Hello fellow gamers and geekers, this is Mr. Denny. And today I'm going to talk about a new story I'm writing. And the story is, hopefully I'll be able to present it every Tuesday. Unlike Mr. Deadink, the story will be an actual story. And I'll try to actually just pretty much, instead of showing you my comic book with this one, I'm gonna constantly show it to you guys. I'm gonna constantly read it to you guys. And that's how that story is going to work. The name of the book is going to be called The Death of God. As you can tell by the name, it's going to be pretty darn... it's going to bother some people. Let's just say that. It's kind of, you know, how Mr. Denning brings up topics that a lot of people try to steer away from. Well, you can already tell by the name. It's going to bring up a pretty big topic that pretty sure nobody has ever really wandered onto that topic, story-wise. So, what is it about? You want to know? Well, if the name doesn't state the obvious, I'll tell you more about it. Pretty much where I want to get at is, it's a test of fate, you know. Usually people who believe in religion or believe in God or some form of God, they believe of a type of eternal afterlife, you know. You believe that you die and you're gonna burn forever, or you're gonna either, you know, burn forever, go to heaven forever. But there's always a forever. So the concept of the story brings up the question of, what if you do die and you go to heaven and you're living for eternity? Because this story takes about, it takes place like an infinite amount of years after the end of the world, you know. You've been living with God forever and ever and ever and ever, and then one day you wake up and He's dead. And that's what I wanted people to like understand. Like, I wanted to think, what happens when you wake up and there is no God anymore? What kind of fear would that put into you? Like, what would people think? How would they react? Will they go crazy? Will they figure something out? That's pretty much what the story is about. Of course, a lot of people in my story are going to panic, especially the angels. Unlike in Mr. Deadink, where the angels did not know God, I'm going based off what I believe, like what I literally believe about angels and God and all, where how God and the angels have always been, and how when we die we go to live with the angels and God, not become angels. So in this story, there are a lot of human spirits living alongside angels and God, except, you know, now God is dead, and the angels that panic try to devour the soul of our main characters and other people, thinking that this is where God went wrong. This is why He died, because He didn't devour the souls of the people. So you're gonna see a lot of fallen angels, you know, a concept that I like from what you can tell off of Mr. Deadink. Our main character will actually have to travel through hell, because not only is all this craziness going on after God dies, the devil now knows that heaven is vulnerable and is trying to go in. So it's going to be a very interesting story. A lot of hate probably is going to come, but for all you Christians, Catholics, or anybody who believes in God, once you actually start paying attention to the story, you're going to realize that I don't mean any disrespect at all. I mean, it literally is just a test of fate. That's what the story is about, a test of fate. What would you do if your God is dead? Would you go corrupt, or would you try to figure out what's going on? So I'm really looking forward to telling you the first, I guess, reading out the first few pages to you guys. But it's going to be pretty intense. It's a funky topic to write about, but I like making stories that piss people off, you know? Thanks for watching.